Justin Green for filling in out here tonight. All right, we're in our 12th season of Ravens football. I have been stiffed 3 times on Monday Night Live. Tonight was about to be my 4th, and at 4:55, I got the text from Justin Green, who tried to stiff me 2 weeks ago in Cincinnati. But you want to tell that story? Because I mean, you got Gary Stills bailed you out. I told that story because you agreed to do the show, and then 5 minutes later remembered that you got a wife and an obligation.
But I agreed that 5 minutes after you asked it.
Oh, exactly. No, I'm just saying the way it is. We all change our minds about things, but I appreciate you filling in and pinching. That's teamwork, man. You know, that's what I'm talking about. Parts when I'm in it, the good parts when you're in it. But I got you and Clayton and Dan Cody all singing your fight songs. I got Ben Grubbs up there doing War Eagle. So, you know, the Montana thing, you know, the big animal.
We're 3-0 right now. We're 3-0.
Go Grizzlies. That's all I can say, you know. But special teams. So, on Friday, I sat down at the locker with you in the locker room and discussed special teams a little bit. And I really want to devote this whole segment, if we could, to special teams. And I want to hear your interpretations of stuff. And I think you're now a guy who's kind of accepting that you might be a special teams player your entire career, and you might be okay with that. You've really come to enjoy the finer points of special teams. And for all of us, and I said this last week, it was called Smear to Queer. And that's what special teams looks like to me. It looks like the guy with the ball, everybody just goes and kills him. And I have never had a chance to sit down with Gary Zahn or Russ Purnell or even Frank Gans to really know what you guys look for in meetings to understand special teams. Everybody came out tonight one meeting, Mon figures, he scores a touchdown, he gets all the glory. But we all know there's 10 other guys out there setting picks and blocks and knocking guys out of the way so that we could score that touchdown on the weekend. Be it him or BJ Sams, whoever it is. Special teams for you, when did it come into your life, and at what point do you start taking it seriously as a science, other than like when I say just kill the guy with the ball?
Well, the biggest thing, take for instance the touchdown we want to have. How long was it? I think it was what, 75 yards from there?
It was a long way.
Well, guys, there's probably a total of, I don't know, maybe 8 seconds.
Oh, the whole thing. Oh, right, sure.
Now, guys have to hold the block for 8 seconds.
Upon Justin Green or Gary Stills to make the tackle, it's incumbent upon stopping them at the 12-yard line or whatever it is. Right. It doesn't matter who makes the tackle.
It doesn't, but Gary is the type of guy who, no, you can't block. You bring 3 guys at him and he still makes the tackle. Now, that's pretty unheard of, because I guarantee you on defense, if you put 3 guys on 1 guy, he's definitely not going to make the tackle, or even be around it for that matter, because you look at double teams now, they're clearing holes out.
But when you got 3 guys taking on Gary Stills, that's leaving 2 purple helmets open.
Exactly.
And that's the game.
And that's the game. And it's how many guys can you double team at the point of attack that possibly won't make the play.
So your goal every time is to blow 2 guys up, not
well, take 2 is never be blocked by 1, and to always be taken 2, at least.
And that's what Frank teaches you. Yeah. First exposure to special teams for you. When was it? You played as a kid? Did you play in high school, college?
I didn't play. Well, I played it all in high school, because in high school you played every down.
But what do they coach in high school?
Definitely don't coach anything. It's find somebody to block or hit. And at that time I was bigger than everybody else, so I was returning punts and kicks, and I was that guy. So definitely wasn't that fast, but.
No, I mean, I think every person that's ever sat on the stage would say they were the best player on their high school team. I mean, that's part of being in the NFL, right? I mean,
yeah. I mean, there were many guys that I played with that actually my high school was pretty fortunate. We had 8 guys doing professional sports out of my senior class.
What was it in your high school?
University of San Diego High School.
Okay.
We had Luke Walton, played basketball with him.
Okay.
Chris Walton, Cam Walton boys, Carlos Quinn, who now plays for the Arizona Diamondbacks. We had a couple professional volleyball players, and so it was a pretty exciting deal. They all played every sport, from basketball, baseball.
The important thing, professional volleyball. Are you talking pro beach volleyball?
Pro beach volleyball.
San Diego boy had some hot chicks in his high school. Ain't no doubt about that, right?
I'm fortunate enough to have a beautiful wife.
Oh, here we go. We don't know your. our wives are beautiful, but all the girls in Southern California are beautiful too. So you played in high school, but you didn't really know what you were doing. And you were there with the ball.
Yes.
So you weren't the guy setting the picks and the blocks.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Did you have any appreciation for what those cats
Had no idea because, you know, you got guys that, really in high school, the guys that play special teams are the guys that can't play offense or defense. So it's kind
It's
of
a chance to get them on the field.
get them on the field. So sometimes the blocks were necessarily great, or we had struggles with a long snapper. And when you get to the professional level, guys can snap the ball to where almost Petula can snap the ball so fast that we don't have to block anybody on the line. The ball will get punted.
For you in high school, I would also say you're the guy with the ball, and the guys that are doing the blocking are slappies. Chances are the guys doing the tackling are slappies too. So breaking tackles probably was an easier thing to do too.
Not necessarily, because it seems like when kickoff, you always have your defense out there, you know, some type of linebacker that is a sophomore that's just not as good as the senior.
Okay.
So maybe more on the receiving team.
He's a starter in waiting. That's what he is, I guess. All right, so we'll move on to college and then into the NFL. You go off to Montana. You didn't play there, special teams, or you did?
I played personal protector in Montana. My first 2 years, I was at San Diego State, and there I played a lot of special teams.
Right.
So I was able to kind of be able to go back from off of what I did at San Diego State once I got here.
So, getting into the NFL, what makes it different, and what are you taught from day one, and how do you even know? Because I didn't really know where you were, like on kickoff coverage. But if you look, he always taps knuckles with Gary Stills behind the kick before the kickoff. And I looked down and I said, "Wow, you're in the middle of the field. You've really moved to, you know, assistant captaincy or whatever you would say of special teams." We got a lot of great guys on the special teams, and Gary's the guy, but I know that you're taking on more of a role in special teams.
Definitely. I mean, you look at our special teams, you got guys like Musa Smith, Juan Landry. Those are guys that play key roles on offense and defense. I'm more of a guy that can, you know, I'm the next back. If somebody goes down, I'm the second string fullback. And then any place on special teams I can play. And for me, I think the more you can do, the better off you are. With that, if you're in the middle of everything, you know, it's a lot easier than being a safety on a play. I feel as if when you're in the middle, you're able to make more plays. You're able to get to, you know, both sides of the field wherever the ball's getting, where they want to set up their return. And with that, to be next to Gary, I can always put off him and he can always put off me. And being this is our second year doing it, we're really getting the mesh of each other. To know when he's getting double teamed, when I need to cover him, or I'm getting double teamed and he needs to cover me.
How do you practice special teams?